Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today for my fall favorites, I'm going to be making vegan tamales, a traditional Mexican dish from my childhood. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to begin by deseeding my chiles, my pasilla chiles, my chile ancho. So I'm just going to deseed these. Wow, there's not a lot of seeds in these. And I couldn't find any chile de cascabel, so I'll be using California chiles, which should still work well. I don't see why there should be a problem. Okay, and then I'm just going to boil my chiles until they're soft. Okay, and now I'm going to start on my masa for my tamales. So in my bowl, I'm going to add my masa for my tamal. So of this, I'm going to add 3.5 cups. 3 teaspoons of salt, a pinch of baking powder. Just going to mix that in. And since these are vegan tamales, we're not using any lard, so instead I'm going to be using olive oil. So I'm going to add 3 cups of olive oil. And I know it's a lot of oil, but trust me, this is what's going to make your tamales delicious. So before I add in the other one, I'm just going to start mixing that in. Okay, and I did end up adding 1 more cup of my masa for my tamal. I think I added a little too much oil, sorry. So instead of the 3 cups, it's 2 cups of oil. And yes, this is a lot better. When I added my 2 cups of of oil, it became very runny, and that's what you don't want. So instead of the 3 cups, I'm going to only add 2 cups, and I added 1 more cup of flour. But this looks a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding my water, 1 cup at a time. So I'm adding 1 cup first. Okay, 2 cups. And 3 cups. So a total of 3 cups of water. Okay, so my next step is going to be in my little Ninja mixer. I'm going to add my chiles. A garlic clove, 2 teaspoons of cumin, and 1 cup of my chile water. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that in. Oh, I knew that was gonna make a mess. I need a bigger blender or Ninja or something. And I'm gonna have to do my water 1 cup at a time once again because of my Ninja. It's too small. And that's 2 cups. Ugh. See, that's what happens when you don't have a bigger blender. Okay, so back to my masa. I'm going to add 1 cup of my chile. Go in and mix it in with my hands. Okay, and I'm just making my filling for my tamales, and I'm just making some mushrooms. I'm sauteing some mushrooms, onion, and carrots. And then that salsa that we made earlier, I'm going to add it to my vegetables. Just like that. And I love tamales. Tamales are a traditional Mexican food, mostly served, at least in my family, on Christmas. That's when we would have tamales galore. Like, I remember my mom and my aunt would make what looked like hundreds of tamales, but it was probably only like 50. But I remember we, like, all night, all Christmas Eve, like, they would just have la olla with the tamales, and we would just eat tamales and menudo and hang out as a family. But when I found out that you can make tamales vegan, I was all up for it. I made these last year for the holiday season, and they came out really, really, really good. Better than the real thing. But they are a lot of time. You do have to put in a lot of time when making them, and also they take a while to cook. But you know, the outcome, the finished product is delicious. You know, you'll probably eat 3 or 4 in one sitting just because they're that good. Just gonna taste this, kind of see what it's tasting like. My God, that is so good. Okay, so here I have my hojas for my tamales. And you do want to soak these for 24 hours or at least the minimum 2 hours. I only let mine soak for 2 hours because I forgot last night, but they're still pretty good. So it's gonna be okay. First thing I'm gonna do in my olla where I'm gonna be making my tamales, I'm going to line it with my hojas just so my tamales don't stick. My smaller ones because I definitely want to save the bigger ones for my tamales, just like that. So I'm just gonna set that to the side and begin making tamales. Just gonna, you know, play with my hoja and my dough. So I'm gonna add some of my masa like that. Make sure you get it across your hoja. Like that. And I'm going to spread some of my vegan refried beans. And I know what you're saying, frijoles, beans in my tamal. You know, why not? I've never had tamales with beans in them, but I was like, you know, that sounds delicious. And now I'm going to add some of my filling. And I'm just going to I always have a hard time doing this. And then the good thing about this is that you can always just, if your hoja tears, you can always just grab another one, trying to find one that's not so big. See, you can just always find another one and just, it's really easy to fix, like little breakages like that, because you can just add some more of your hoja. Okay, so this is not the best tamal, but you get the point. See? And I'm just going to place it on my olla, just like that. Maybe my next one I won't make so thick, because this one's a little chunker. Okay, so all my tamales are in there. So now I'm just gonna add the rest of my tamales hojas on top of them. And I'm going to add 2 cups of water. And I just transferred it to my stove. So I'm just gonna let it I'm just gonna allow that water to come to a boil. Okay, and once your water has come to a boil, you just pop on your lid and turn your heat to low and let it cook for 1.5 to 2 hours. Just check on them. You will know when your tamales are done when you open one and it doesn't stick to your hoja. Okay, so I'm still cooking my tamales, and it's been 1.5 hours, so I'm just going to check and see how they're doing. I'm looking, oh look, it's not sticking to my hoja, so yeah, so they look pretty good. They have 1 hour left, so I'm just gonna leave them for the remainder of the time, but they're doing really good. I'm really excited. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. Smells so good. See, that looks amazing. Let's give this tamale a taste. Wow, I can taste the beans right away. This is so delicious. It reminds me of Christmas. Whenever I have a tamale, I always think of Christmas. But everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time.